Yo, welcome to yet another episode of HN What's Your Say? The leading listening show, where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are again featuring R. Kelly. It's now coming to 3 years since the September 2021 conviction. While many people that may have wanted the R&B king incarcerated are celebrating what looks like a victory to them, I have personally failed to find any concrete evidence presented against him. And I feel like the conviction was made based entirely on videos, whose originality and time of filming is questionable. And hearsay, which in my opinion should not count in the US courts of law as sufficient evidence to find someone guilty. For example, while analyzing R. Kelly's ex-wife Andrea Kelly's latest Good Morning Britain interview, the accusations she makes against her ex-husband and father to her 3 kids nearly made me burst into laughter. How can somebody be imprisoned for being a tough husband or tough boyfriend? There is clearly no evidence that Robert battered her or inflicted any sort of physical trauma on her, and indeed she does not accuse him of any such thing, but things like the code of conduct he demanded anyone he lived with to follow. In the interview, Drea Kelly talks of punishments, but no one has come up to prove physical abuse. It's literally only talked about on television interviews. What's also surprising is that among whoever claims was physically abused, none at any one time thought of calling the police immediately after the incidents they describe. Only to come up later and make claims of this nature. The reporter goes on to describe R. Kelly saying anything could set him off, from the milk being too cold, wearing something too revealing, or too much tone in your voice, and speaking to his guests uninvited. So you wonder when it became illegal to manage your home this way and have rules of this sort. It shouldn't be the role of government to manage how we run our homes for as long as no laws have been broken. Video evidence could sound so appealing, but there is entirely no way to prove that the video is in its original state and has not been tampered with. I also don't know of a video that details the age of the people in the scenes. How exactly was this information established and verified? Someone saying I was 17 when I did it with you shouldn't be enough to determine guilt. It's basically their word against yours. Well, maybe since the trial was private, there could have been some special evidence that was presented to the jury, and that we did not get a chance to learn of. Perhaps a video of R. Kelly battering someone, which is highly unlikely. But even then, it does not necessarily determine he is guilty for all 10 counts. For example, the kidnap charges, which I find hard to relate to the things R. Kelly did. It's just so difficult for me to understand how the guilty verdict for all counts was arrived at. The only thing R. Kelly is guilty of is setting rules for whoever wishes to live with him or be in a relationship with him to follow. And I do not see anything criminal in that. Everything else is simply hearsay. I don't understand how a man can be put behind bars over claims that are not backed up by verified evidence. I also imagine by the time people are getting into relationships, they should clearly know what they are signing up for. A thorough study of the case will leave you thinking, what is this guy's offense? According to Martin, it's worrying to learn that our system is moving to making judgment based on rumors. There are real criminals out there who need to be taken down. Not R. Kelly. Meanwhile, the idea of keeping such trials private makes it even hard for the world to follow. We seem to be headed towards a system where anything can be done to anyone and there is nothing that can be done about it. I had never imagined a day would come when the courts would hold private trials. A situation whereby people will only wait for results and know nothing of what transpired in the courtroom. But here we are now living in the strange times we once called primitive. This case needs further scrutiny and all evidence be interrogated. We need proof that all the allegations against Kelly have been verified as events that actually occurred. Otherwise, if people are going to be arrested for simply having a unique lifestyle, and imprisoned based on allegations not backed up with solid evidence, we are headed for a big crisis. According to Melvin, I am no longer sure what's legal behavior and what's not in this our country. It looks like having a strong grip on how your home should run is now illegal business. Having multiple girlfriends is now criminal. Having ex-girlfriends is very risky business. Meeting them at an early age is also unacceptable, even if you wait till they are of age before anything happens. These are the things Kelly did. If they are really criminal, then hands up, he should be in prison. If people will be arrested and detained on assumptions without proof, everyone will likely go to jail at least once in a single lifetime. Jail time is hard time. It shouldn't be something given based on mere suspicion. LC says, I've never in my years ever witnessed such demeaning violation of one's rights, and someone held captive without a fair platform to defend oneself. If you are a good and decent individual, your heart will grieve for this man. No one deserves this kind of treatment based on rumors and hearsay. According to Mika James, I pray that my husband R. Kelly hang in there, God's got you. I'm still a big fan of R. Kelly for life. I miss you. When you become free, make sure you make some new music, I'm ready for it. Please allow my man R. Kelly to be free, his fans want him out. We miss the king of R&B, free my man R. Kelly, much love. According to Marion, this is what's going on in the world now, where people are bringing down others, and that is so wrong. But people have to understand that when you have hatred in your heart for someone, when you die and leave this earth, you have to answer to how you treat people in the book of life. Why put yourself through that? Don't put that man down, he's also a child of God. Just because he can't read or write, God gave him another gift, and that's to sing. Just so the world knows, we need clarity on this issue. It's hard for us to watch the R&B king stay in jail for unclear reasons. The all-guilty verdict shocked us, largely because it was not backed up with enough concrete evidence to determine that R. Kelly actually did all those things he is alleged to have done. And besides, like this episode of HN What's Your Say reveals, most of the things he is blamed for are not really criminal. In order for all this to be ironed out, Kelly's lawyers need to put up a good appeal, and unearth all these weaknesses in the 28th September ruling. If you wish to take part in a live interview on this channel discussing any of these topics, let us know by emailing us on sashahnnewsroom@gmail.com for scheduling. That is all we had for you today on HN What's Your Say. To keep updated whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now. Also remember to hit the bell icon and enable notifications. And feel free to share your opinions with us in the comment section below, and let us know if you would like us to publish your views in our next release. We value all our subscribers' opinions.